It's, oh God, it's just, I'm sorry. What the fuck are we doing? I know I've said this quite a bit, but like, really, what are we doing? We did this with Ruth Bader Ginsburg, and like, obviously it was a massive mistake. We did this with Dianne Feinstein, and obviously that was a massive mistake. And we're currently doing it with Nancy Pelosi and Joe Biden. What is happening here? All right, let's get back to the Democratic governors reportedly holding a gripe session over Biden.
So Gavin Newsom at 56 years old has driven California into the ground. So this country would be falling apart if it was Gavin Newsom, if it was any of those other people on the call, Kamala Harris, you name them. Democrat policies are a failure. Republican policies win, which is why the country was so much better off under Donald Trump. And we need to be again, fingers crossed, God willing.
And Julie, but to this point, so the landscape is that the Biden team has refused to acknowledge the very prevalent questions about the president's mental acuity and fitness. We're sort of seeing almost a theatrical response, right?
Yes.
Oh, he's too pale here, he's too tan, right? We're seeing very discernible, like, things going into play. Okay, we're gonna do this and do this. And then against that, we now have the Democratic governors that had a gripe session. That seems unprecedented. And yet when you look at what's happening in real life, there is a very large theater occurring surrounding the president. And now apparently Democrat governors have taken notice too.
Right.
Are they worried?
I don't know. I am. I mean, unlike Biden and Lisa, I've never gotten a spray tan, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't affect your mental ability and your cognitive ability. I mean, Lisa's always been very...
Damn, she's fucking cooking Lisa a little bit too, which is kind of messed up if you ask me. She's like, I don't know what that's like because I'm not a fake bitch like Lisa.
very sharp, whether she's pale or fake tan.
I agree.
I
more
just
effective
don't
when I'm
understand
tan.
what we can possibly trust. I think this really is just going to come down to trust. And he is like a ventriloquist, and he is not speaking his words. So what we are seeing in the White House and what we see every time he reads teleprompter, he no longer ad-libs. He no longer speaks off the top of his head, which is why that debate performed.
I'm sorry. I think it's fucking crazy to bring up stupid ass Lisa, who's like a fucking third stringer on the Fox News when we're talking about spray tans, and not Donald Trump. Donald Trump is literally the king of getting spray tan. How the fuck are you going to shit on Lisa over here and not bring up Donald Trump? I feel like these guys have a literal contractual obligation not to disparage the fucking dear leader at any given moment, even by accident, even in fucking jest. That's crazy. These people criticizing Joe Biden for getting a fake tan is like the Democrats criticizing Republicans for being gay. Okay, I like, that's just their thing. You know what I mean? That's your thing. You're gay. You don't get to shit on the Republicans for being gay.
Was such a disaster. He was prepped for days, and when you have mental decline, cognitive decline, it's very hard to memorize all of that. So when he has to speak off the top of his head, Tyrus was just saying to me that he's like the Milli Vanilli of American presidents, because the words coming out of his mouth are not his words, and that's the person you want to elect for president. That's scary.
He's a teleprompter
Doctor, I
president.
want to get your thought on something specific, and it's about the canary in the coal mine. So it started with a while.
It's also funny because they were like begging Trump to read off the teleprompter because he's such a fucking animal when he's off of it. Milli Vanilli in 2024, boomer shit. Brother, every single person that's watching Fox News is 800 years old. They're literally Biden age, okay? And by the way, there's nothing more American than being a fat guy who makes fun of like other fat guys. And I suspect being old is the same. Like, they're sitting in the fucking retirement home, blowing each other's backs out, okay? Grandma's getting her fucking back blown out in between sessions of Fox and Friends where they're talking about how fucking old Biden is. And they're like, yeah, he's so old. It's like, yo, put a fucking condom on, dude. You got like 8 different brands of syphilis. The fuck are you doing, Grandpa? Chill. I don't know why every single person throws up Haas when I talk about like retirement homes fucking all the time. It's like an established fact. Okay. What do you mean? What's wrong with you? I'm a motherfucking truth teller, bitch. What do you want? Yeah. Old people fuck a lot. So much so. And they do it like without any protection whatsoever. Cause it's like they're firing blanks anyway, you know, or rather they're firing into blanks, I guess. So they don't actually get fucking tested. And they don't practice safe sex, so they just have like, they've like mutated new versions of gonorrhea and shit.
with, one late night comedy host saying like, guys, we need to shape up. We need to shape up with our policies, and this president's not cutting it. And now we've seen one by one, prominent Democrat Party officials or prominent spokespeople in the media that have started to raise serious questions, including CNN's Jake Tapper, who says there is a theater, a cover-up happening. What say you that the dominoes are falling?
Well, I think it's very disingenuous, and it's based on them thinking it's so obvious they better do something to show that they have integrity that they don't have, because this has been apparent for years. This isn't suddenly apparent now. To a medical eye, I've been talking about this for months and years. It's a cover-up campaign, and to your point, and to Julie's point earlier, it's being led by the Biden team. I mean, we can see that he's being led off stage. We can see that everything's read from a teleprompter. By the way, there's a long history of this in the White House, going back to FDR.
I love this guy fucking talking about it. It's like, bro, you're old too, man. Why is everybody on TV old? Am I crazy? I guess I'm old too, depending on who you're talking to, but god damn, dude. It's just like, get some young people in here. How do you know this? Because I fucked your mom and your grandmom at the retirement home. That's how I know about it. Straight up. No disrespect.
To Woodrow Wilson, to Nixon, who was on 1 million medications. You know where this wasn't the case? It was not the case with President Trump, with Kayleigh McEnany in the White House. You walk in there.
That's also not true. President Trump's, okay. Donald Trump is a Sudie boy, okay? He's a big-time Sudafed. He's a big-time English market Sudafed eater, all right? So the idea that he's not like, doing different kinds of drugs is silly. And not only does he do drugs, but his White House seemingly was filled to the brim with drugs in general. Like that one guy who ran for Congress in Texas and won. When it was the White House doctor, he was just prescribing barbiturates and shit, like going crazy mode. It was like, what do you want? Ketamine? I got you.
He talks extemporaneously. He's not reading off a teleprompter. I asked her when I interviewed him, does he need to see the question? She says, no, he just rip off the questions to him. That's what America is used to now. This is the exact opposite.
Bingo. Hey everyone, I'm Emily Compagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kayleigh McEnany on Outnumbered.
We come to you with breaking news and a serious question. Have the floodgates opened? Reported just now, congressional reporter for The Hill has a letter from a Democratic congressman calling on President Biden to step aside. It is Congressman Lloyd Doggett, a Democrat from Austin, Texas.
I'm going to turn on the lights in this room. I feel like it's ugly. That's why I turned the lights off. But here, I'm going to show you.
He's calling on the president to step aside, making him the first Democratic lawmaker to make such an assertion. And the rationale, he states, is interesting. He goes on to say President Biden has continued to run substantially behind Donald Trump in the polls. That is what he cites. And it comes after there was a letter. There were vulnerable Democrats, according to Politico, that wanted to come together and write a letter about their concerns about President Biden. But they were stopped by other Democratic lawmakers who said, let's wait on the data, let's wait on the polls. And they ultimately, according to Politico, basically did not have the guts to run with the letter. But now, today, we have the first sitting Democrat from Congress calling on President Biden to step aside. Will there be more? Have the floodgates opened? We'll keep you updated. Now, America Reports.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Compagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kayleigh McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.
And joining me now, we're pleased to have Speaker Emerita Nancy Pelosi join us. Thank you very much, Madam Speaker, for being here today.
Always a pleasure to be with you, Andrea.
So I guess the first question, we understand from our reporting, 4 different sources, that top leaders on the Hill have not yet had a call from the president. Have you spoken to President Biden since the debate?
No, I haven't spoken to him since the debate, but I have spoken to him regularly. And every time he has been on the top of his game in terms of knowing the issues and what is at stake. But we all have been in touch with people close to the president. So it's not a question of not having an opportunity to make our concerns known or have some questions answered. But I think we have to spend a little more time viewing what is at stake in this election. Today is the 60th anniversary of the Civil Rights Act. And what the Republicans are trying to do, the Trumpians and the court, is to undermine our democracy. Their Project 2025 would undo much of what is in the Civil Rights Act. What the court did with Roe v. Wade is very clear to people in terms of liberty and freedom.
Now they're talking about Project 2025, dude. Okay. Democrats woke up, dude. The man to fucking fight against Project 2025 is also 25 years old. Joe Brandon. Anyway, I feel like aesthetically it's better when it's dark. Am I crazy? I felt like it looked cooler when it was dark. No, this is more inviting. What? Wouldn't you want a vacation at this age? I am vacationing. This is my vacation. Lights off equals Omega. Oh no. I didn't think of that. You ain't wrong, brother. It's better with the lights on, actually. It's like you got a spray tan. No, it's called living in California and working outdoors and getting a natural tan. Even though I put sunscreen on, okay, before you get mad at me, I do put sunscreen on. Address the all chat is purple. It's just on my laptop. I don't know why. I just have a weird filter on it. And I don't know how to fix it. Please give me a break. Anyway, here's a Nancy Pelosi take that I think is very interesting. Nancy Pelosi sounding much less confident in Biden than she did just days ago post-debate does not bode well for damage control. Here's what she had to say about Biden. I think it's a legitimate question to say this is an episode. Is this an episode or is this a condition? Pelosi says on MSNBC when asked about Biden. But she says the question should be asked of both candidates and stresses Biden legislative accomplishments. Pelosi, it's going to be up to Joe Biden to do what he thinks. I'm not a doctor. I can't say what happens 3-4 years down the road. In my experience, he will continue to be a great president of the United States. Pelosi wants Biden to sit for interviews with serious journalists in wake of debate to reassure public. Yeah, not live though, and not contested. Edited shit. Okay, that's something that you got to remember. Biden will only be live in front of a teleprompter in a non-hostile room. Not one, maybe two. I think that's essential for them to do that. But remember, this part is very important. I think it's a legitimate question to say, is this an episode or is this a condition? Like Nancy Pelosi even making inferences that this might be like a full-blown issue for Biden. Like this might legitimately be how Biden is, rather than simply say, it's just one bad day. It's just one bad debate. It's just one bad performance. Everybody calm down. I'm Nancy Pelosi. Like, because that's how she popped off. She popped out of the gates with that originally. The fact that she's not, the fact that she's even going back on that and saying like, no, it's legitimate for people to question the president's mental faculties. That's huge. That's a big change of pace. And on top of that, you have the Democratic governors holding a call yesterday afternoon, just governors, no staffers, no one from campaign or White House, organized by Governor Tim Walz of Minnesota for the DGA. They're going to have a meeting with the governors, official meeting with the governors tomorrow, in all likelihood, probably mainly a Zoom. Anyway, he deleted the rest of the story and then fucking posted it on the CNN article because he's a bitch and he doesn't want to give us summaries for free. What an asshole. Also on top of that, here is what Representative James Clyburn said. Remember, this is another person. This is another person that was doing unconditional support for Brandon literally 2 days ago. Sunday. This man, we watched this man on Sunday. Now he's saying, I will support Vice President Kamala Harris if President Joe Biden were to step aside. Representative Jim Clyburn said about the Biden-Harris campaign co-chair, he is Biden-Harris campaign co-chair, told Andrea Mitchell earlier on MSNBC. Sorry. That's crazy.
How would you...
Nancy Pelosi talking about, yeah, maybe there's some veracity to the claims that Joe Biden's mental faculties are not the best. And Jim Clyburn saying, yeah, if there was a replacement and it was Kamala Harris, I'd be on board with that. Those are two different aspects of this campaign. Those are two different weaknesses of Joe Biden. And those are two major allies of Joe Biden coming out and saying the exact opposite thing that they were saying prior.
How would you feel if there is a decision for him to step down, if he decides that, and he has to decide that, or if the party pressures him to do that? How would you feel if...
Okay, she baited him, though. Like that, of course, if Joe Biden decides to drop out, he's going to say like, yeah, I'd feel bad, but if he decides to drop out, then, you know, I hope that he puts Kamala in charge or some shit. Like, that's normal to say.
They worked around and tried to go around Kamala Harris because of her lack of high poll numbers and popularity and broadly based. Do you think it's hers to have if it is not his?
I will support her if he were to step aside. But I want to support.
Yeah, here's the thing. You're saying a possible explanation for why the Dems circled the wagons around Joe immediately, only to go back on it less than a couple days ago. Yeah, I think the poll results that the internal polling that they had leaked. Notable nugget via Jay Heil. Signs of Biden actually dropping out are getting so thin that my new line is that Dems are only gratuitously circling the wagons around him, so it looks like it's his decision when he drops out. Here's the take. Biden, with his decades-long service in the upper chamber, still at the center of his political self-conception and his emotional core, might actually be more swayed by such a message from this contingent than any other. It would certainly mean more than hearing it from Obama or the Clintons, whose awareness of the resentments Biden harbors for them is part of the reason people close to them say that their statements of support came so quickly. They knew that silence would get Biden's hackles up and make him less open to entreaties from others. That is a wild assessment. Also, Hillary Clinton didn't say anything about Biden, if I recall correctly. It was Bill Clinton. And Bill and Obama are side by side, playing a pivotal role in Biden's reelection. So I think this analysis isn't correct. Okay? Biden and Hillary Clinton despise one another, but Biden and Bill Clinton are aligned with one another, at least, especially with Barack Obama as well, especially in terms of the reelection campaign. They do reelection campaign fundraisers together. So I don't think that these guys are defending Biden because they think like, oh, if we don't defend Biden, like he'll get his guard up because he knows we hate him. Also, Bill Clinton is pretty much dead too, so it doesn't really matter what he says. I think the real damning reason, the real damage here isn't necessarily this speculation, but the real damage is the poll numbers that just came out and the poll numbers that are going to continue coming out. Oh my God. White House Chief of Staff Jeff Zients is holding an all-staff call tomorrow at 12:30 per email that just went out. Oh my God. What's going on? Is it Jover? Bro, why would this happen while I'm in Croatia, bro? I hate this so much. Oh my God. Hold it in for like a couple days, man. Dude, they're going to pop this off. Dude, there's no way they're popping this off on 4th of July. You can't fucking drop this like it's a Friday, dude. You can't drop this like a bad Supreme Court decision, okay? Or like bad legislation on a Friday afternoon. You know what I mean? July 4th being like, you know, basically a Friday. They're nominating Biden early. Yeah, it could be that. Every time we go on vacation, shit like this happens. I know, dude. It's like, I know. Every time I'm like away from home for a day and a half, it's like I literally stream 365 days a year. And then the one fucking time I'm like, oh yeah, sure, I'll cave. I'll capitulate. I'll go on fucking vacation with the family. It's fine. I'll still end up streaming from vacation. I'll be running around Croatian islands with my fucking laptop in hand with internet speed test application on the one hand, my laptop on the other, trying to fucking see if I can like sit in a hotel lobby and see how well their internet service is. You know, I'll do stuff like that. It's fine. And it's like still every time, dude, every time I decide like, sure, fuck it. Why not? I'll go. And I never want to. October 7 happened on your day off. Yeah, it did. I took one fucking day off to visit my brother. And October 7 happened. Literally. The Queen died while I was away. Yeah, while I was at fucking shit camp. The Queen died. Oh my God. You up to something, bro? I don't know, man. They literally, I know you got FOMO bad right now. Yes, dude. The Aussie boys are in my house with Kaya, playing around, having fun. And I'm out here fucking drinking Croatian tap water, dude. Like, what do you think? Yes, I'm a homebody. Okay? I'm a homebody. I don't like leaving. I love working. And like, this is, you know, this is pain for me. This is torture. Everyone else's like fantasy is to be able to just like fuck off to Croatia, get a boat with your family. You know what I mean? That's sick. For me, it's literally torture. I can't think of anything worse than this. You could also be having fun if you weren't a weirdo. Dude, what am I supposed to? It's 7 p.m. Also, you guys are pretty crazy with that. Like, you know it's 9:48 here, right? Like, what am I supposed to do, dude? What am I supposed to go to a fucking bar? I'm 33 years old. Like, yeah, let me go to some fucking random Croatian bar, dude. Get fucked up so I can die for a week. Like I do. Listen, I do the fun shit during the day. Okay, I do the fun shit during the day, and then once the day's over, I come and do more fun shit, which is streaming. I love streaming. You guys know this. Freaking the fuck out. Turmoil in the White House over Biden. Officials on President Biden's White House campaign staff say they're feeling rage, sadness, frustration, and resolve over his debate performance and his team's response to it. More than a dozen White House and campaign aides told Axios why it matters. Biden's performance at the debate has left many of his own aides worried about his mental fitness and angry about what they see as a lack of candor from Biden's senior aides. It's the first topic of every conversation, one White House official said. Senior leadership is giving us nothing. To act like it's business as usual is delusional. Oh my God. Their strategy is literally just going, la 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 la, no la 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 la. I can't hear you. I can't see you. La 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 la. I can't hear you. No, what do you mean? Everyone is saying Biden is so old, like he's gonna die tomorrow. I don't know what you're talking about. What? I have not seen the reports. It's like, dude, at that point, you're just criminally negligent. Okay, you are so goddamn negligent. Hasan, are you on Corcula or Miljet? Why do you ask, brother? What do you want to do? You want to come find me? Extend your vacation. Maybe we can get McConnell too. It doesn't work like that, unfortunately. It's not shit that I want. It's unpredictable. It's random. Yeah, I saw this article. It's really bad. Are you afraid of the Croatian Catholic fascists? No. Biden is stuck in a golf cart in a hallway and his staff is like, he's got it under control. It's, oh God, it's just, I'm sorry. What the fuck are we doing? I know I've said this quite a bit, but like, really, what are we doing? We did this with Ruth Bader Ginsburg, and like, obviously it was a massive mistake. We did this with Dianne Feinstein, and obviously that was a massive mistake. And we're currently doing it with Nancy Pelosi and Joe Biden. What is happening here? This is basically the classic Democratic Party gambit. Just like have a guy who's decrepit, have a guy who has 1 foot, or a gal, 1 foot out the door, be in a pivotal role, okay? Be in a genuinely unimaginably important role that will have fissures. If he just fucking perishes as Father Time decides, it's over, you know? Your time has come. What kind of psychopathic nonsense is this? I can't. What are we doing, man? How many times does it have to happen? How consequential does a death have to be for the Democratic Party to be like, yeah, next time there's like a 75-year-old dude who like has a cough, we need to cut him out. Okay? I'm serious. Like, what are we doing here? What is this song and dance where it's like, no, you're going to fucking vote for this cadaver, dude. Shut the fuck up. Ay, ay, ay. And then the alternative, the other problem here is that this is a revamp of 2016, where you got the Democratic base of support saying like, yeah, we don't like this other guy. We don't like this other guy. This other guy is fucking crazy. We don't really like him at all. But we don't like our guy either, you know? And the DNC's like, shut the fuck up, bitch. You are going to vote for him and you are going to fucking like it. Suck my dick, dude. Suck my fucking dick. You're going to vote for the Dems, and if you don't, we're going to say you love Donald Trump. If you don't vote for the Democratic Party, guess what, sweetie? You're responsible for fascism. Lick our fucking boots and then thank us for the privilege. Oh my God. Incredible work. Congratulations to everyone involved, you know? Let's get back to this fucking dipshit.
We're going forward sometime in the future. I want this ticket to continue to be Biden-Harris, and then we'll see what happens after the next election. No, this party should not in any way do anything to work around Ms. Harris. We should do everything we can to bolster her, whether it's in second place are at the top of the ticket.
Congressman, how would you feel if there is a decision for him to step down, if he decides that, and he has to decide that, or if the party pressures him to do that? How would you feel if they worked around and tried to go around Kamala Harris because of her lack of high poll numbers and popularity and broadly based? Do you think it's hers to have if it is not his?
Oh my God. Anyway, lack of charisma too. CNN post-debate poll. Trump up 6 points on Biden. Trump up 2 points on Harris. Harris is beating Biden. Trump up 5 points on Newsom. Trump up 4 points on Buttigieg. Trump up 5 points on Whitmer. Okay? Brandon, Newsom, Buttigieg, and Whitmer are, polling around the same. It's crazy. Yeah, we're going to talk about RFK eating a dog. Adam Frisch, Democratic nominee in CO03, calls on Biden to drop out. That's another Democrat. We got more RFK shit. New general election poll. We saw that already. Hunter Biden is joining White House meetings as he stays close to the president post-debate because the Democrats want to lose. And then the leaked polling that we just showed, showing that my man is cooked, like really bad, cooked up something fierce. Hakeem Jeffries is starting to break away. Whoa. What's happening on my Twitter? Oh, Julie, why is he up so much on Whitmer? Bro, nobody knows who the fuck Gretchen Whitmer is, dude. What are you talking about? These people don't have any fucking name recognition. Speaking of dog, what is Kaya watching? She has this face. Bro, my internet is so slow. What is happening right now? Look at this download speed, dude. Croatian internet is fierce. Like, I feel like I need to play like the dial-up noise here. I feel like by the time the top of the hour ad break passes, like maybe the full fucking photo will actually load up. Because at the top of the hour, there's a 3-minute ad break. If you no longer want to see those ads, all you need to do is subscribe for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime.